Let's bring in Nancy Cortez now to discuss the White House's response to these latest job numbers. Nancy, what does the July report mean for the Biden administration?
Well, it is a big flash of good news for the Biden administration after a pretty rough week of economic news just a week ago, including, as Javier was discussing, the contraction of GDP for the second straight quarter. They're, I can tell you, jumping for joy inside the White House, although they technically can't respond publicly until an hour after the jobs numbers come out. So we're going to have to wait a bit to hear from them. We'll also have to wait a bit to hear from the president. You know, typically he comes out every month, whether jobs numbers are good or bad, and gives a statement on camera talking about it. This time, because he is still in COVID isolation, he is not able to do that. He's not able to come out and talk to reporters the way that he normally would. And you can only imagine that he's in the White House residence behind me right now with the doctor getting his daily test, saying, "Come on, doc, let's just do a really light swab today, and hopefully I'll finally be negative," which is really mostly a joke. But I think the reality is that he would love to be able to come out publicly and talk not just about these jobs numbers, which bring us back finally to pre-pandemic levels, to the 3.5 unemployment rate that we had in February of 2020, right before the lockdown, but also to be able to do a victory lap now that he does appear to have all 50 Senate Democrats on board for this major climate and Medicare bill that comprises a big chunk of his domestic agenda.
No doubt the president is ready to celebrate. Switching gears a little bit, the Biden administration declared monkeypox a public health emergency, as we know. Explain what this declaration means.
It does a couple of important things. First off, it streamlines the process of distributing vaccines and distributing treatments throughout the country. You can get them to where they need to go more quickly. You can also coordinate surging medical personnel, if that's needed, to areas of the country where the outbreak is the worst. It also makes it easier for the administration to collect data from hospitals and clinics around the country about case numbers. So this is something that the administration had been mulling for a couple of weeks. They have also appointed a doctor to be the monkeypox coordinator here at the White House, sort of along the lines of the COVID coordinator that we've had at the White House for a couple of years now.
Nancy, you touched on the spending package. Senate Democrats say they've reached a deal. What can you tell us about last night's agreement with Senator Kyrsten Sinema?
Well, I can tell you that Democrats are breathing a huge sigh of relief because Kyrsten Sinema was the lone holdout. She was not speaking publicly at all about whether she was going to back the deal, whether she was going to demand major changes to the bill before signing on, and when any of that was going to be revealed. They'd really love to pass this bill and head home for the August recess, not leave it hanging out there. Well, last night she said she does want some changes that have been agreed to, and so with those changes, she is now getting on board and supporting the bill, meaning that Democrats do have the 50 votes that they need to pass this bill in the Senate. And it's a pretty landmark legislation, a piece of legislation as far as Democrats are concerned. Not only does it put some $370 billion into climate incentives, everything from, putting solar panels on your house to buying an electronic vehicle. But it also would, for the first time, enable Medicare to negotiate some prescription drug prices. It would cap how much seniors pay for prescription drugs out of pocket every year. So there's a lot in this bill that Democrats are excited about. She did require that some of the tax provisions be changed. In particular, she didn't like this tax loophole being closed for hedge fund managers and private equity managers. Democrats said okay to that. Instead, they're going to impose a 1% excise tax on corporate stock buybacks. And so now we're just waiting to see if the Senate parliamentarian believes that everything in the bill passes muster so that Democrats can use this process known as reconciliation to pass it solely with Democratic support. And that's something that they hope they can do within the week.
Nancy, the White House has reportedly summoned China's ambassador to condemn Beijing's show of force around Taiwan. What can you tell us about that meeting?
I can tell you that the Chinese ambassador was indeed summoned here to the White House. He met with the top official in the National Security Council who's responsible for Indo-Pacific affairs. And basically, he was brought here so that the White House could launch a formal complaint about China's actions in the Taiwan Strait, around Taiwan, in the waters around Taiwan, after Speaker Pelosi's visit a couple of days ago. The Taiwanese and the Chinese confirmed that China set off some 11 missiles in the waters right around Taiwan. Japan even says that some of those missiles landed in its economic zone in the waters between Taiwan and Japan. And so White House officials wanted to make it clear to the Chinese that they think that this is unacceptable, that they don't want China to create some kind of crisis here when they argue the U.S. policy hasn't changed and that they believe that Speaker Pelosi has every right to visit Taiwan, which is a self-governing democracy that China considers part of its territory. But in addition to those missiles being launched, we also know that China sent warships into the Taiwan Strait, sent fighter jets flying across the median line in the Taiwan Strait. The median line is that sort of imaginary line in the strait separating mainland China from Taiwan. And what really concerns U.S. officials is that this creates the possibility for some kind of miscalculation, miscommunication that sets off an actual conflict when really what they believe China is trying to accomplish here is some saber rattling.
Nancy, as always, thank you for your reporting.
You're welcome.